Boom. Back end show number 1. Trying it new for the first time. How you doing, boys?
We're taking everything that we've done in the front end and the back end of our Monday show, and we're combining it into its very own show. We'll see how it goes. This is going to be extremely loose.
New.
Fly by the seat of our pants. We're still going to incorporate the average quality of what he's learned in a feel-good story, but everything outside of that, for this 20 minutes, this 30 minutes, in between that range, it's a free-for-all.
It's just us, man. That's just what it is. It's just us. Well, it's also intern Sam, so shout out to you, man. How you doing today?
Doing really good. How about you guys?
Doing well. We haven't heard your voice on the mics in probably 2 months.
I just started there for like half a second because I forgot what my voice sounds like with these headphones on, but I really missed it.
Pretty cool. You want to update, our listeners, our marketing interns on where you were?
Yeah. Well, they can't really see me because I'm behind the camera.
No, you gotta go. You got your own video.
Just turn this thing around and have it on my face, No.
Did you hit play on the GoPro?
Oh, I did hit play the GoPro. Here.
You're such a silly goose. Oh, you did it.
Okay, now it's going. I didn't do it. Okay.
Sam didn't start the record for his own camera.
Where have I been? I was in South America for a month for J-term. I was in Argentina for a week, and then Brazil for 3 weeks. I was in 4 different cities. Saw some really cool stuff. It was an awesome experience. Weather was beautiful. Made some really good friends. It was a great trip. It was awesome. But now I'm home and it's freezing out, and I'll touch on that a little bit later because I'm kind of pissed off. I had to come home to this after a month.
Oh, Sam's angry.
So,
Sam's
breaking
angry.
news. Sam's
wow,
angry.
we are not even like 5 minutes into the
I'm
first
pissed.
episode, and we got an angry intern. Unbelievable.
It's all right.
Yeah.
How was it though? I mean, like
you were
in
with
general,
our man's Gino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Yeah, I was with Gino. Shout out to him. He was an awesome professor to have on the trip. Well, I'm with him now this semester, so I get another little cup of Gino for the next 3 or 4 months, I guess, for the semester. But no, it was great. I mean, I saw I went to Rio, so like Christ the Redeemer. That was awesome.
You brought it back.
Yeah, I got a little Christ the Redeemer. I try to get down this thing. Yeah, right there. Little Christ the Redeemer.
You're so good with that camera.
God, that was And went to like a cute little coastal town in Brazil and just took a boat ride all day. And Buenos had some awesome empanadas and saw some amazing things. Sao Paulo, 3rd largest city in the world, saw some incredible skylines. Went to a soccer game. I could go on, but I feel like whenever people talk about their abroad trips to me, I get kind of bored after a while, and I get kind of jealous.
So give me 2 roses and a thorn.
Okay, 2 roses and a thorn. Seeing Christ the Redeemer. It's freaking awesome. Like one of the most iconic things on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
It was sweet. And then going to the soccer game, it was freaking intense. They had a fan section, and how I explain it would be like going to a Vikings game and like a fourth of US Bank Stadium just doing the Skull chant the entire game. It was psychotic. These people didn't shut up. They had drums. They were shirtless, going nuts. One of the most intense atmospheres I've ever been in. And then a thorn. God, we should have Gino on to tell the story. We thought we missed our plane, and I've never seen more panic in somebody's face than when Gino came down like the hallway you go down, to get on the plane, and we're like, Gino, there's not a plane here, and he said, what do you mean? We're like, look, there's like 5 of us. We're like, there's not a plane like at this gate, and his face was like it just hit him, and he just sprinted back to the table or like the check-in desk. Long story short, we were supposed to go down the stairs and then get on a shuttle that brought us to the plane. But half of our group got on the shuttle, and like before us, like there's 5 or like 6 of us or whatever, and then the 2 professors. So we literally thought that like these kids got on the plane and the plane took off without some of us, and then like the 2 professors. So these kids were on their way from Buenos to Sao Paulo to like a Portuguese-speaking country. None of them knew Portuguese. Didn't know where they're supposed to go in this airport. And dude, Gino's face, literally, you could tell like for half a second he was like, I might have just lost my job. Like I might have just put 20 kids on a plane and sent them off to Sao Paulo without guidance. Like,
that's incredible,
dude. That's so awesome.
So,
oh my god. Well, it sounds like you had a blast.
It's great, yeah.
Got a little new perspective.
Yep.
Congrats, dude.
Jacqueline, what were you up to? What were you up to, dude?
The last 6 weeks. I mean, is that what you're wondering?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it started going to Colorado. Then it got back, and when we came back here for January, I mean, just Backpocket stuff, man. Like reflecting back on the stuff we did last year. Honestly, like.
Pat yourself on the back.
Pat ourselves on the back. It was pretty incredible. It was cool to like take a step back and be like, all right, don't have to record a podcast every day of the week, But But I think it was relaxing. I relaxed. I went and skied.
A lot of stand-up comedy.
A lot of stand-up comedy. I think I've done 12 stand-up bits now. Now we're throwing a party. That's gonna be nuts. Or I guess we already did throw the party.
Mm-hmm.
Went skiing. But yeah, man, that was pretty much me. Just Backpocket, comedy, and skiing. That was these last 3 weeks. What do you think about that?
Declan in a nutshell. Mike?
What do you think, Sam? You can speak
You're
into
just
it.
breathing a little loud.
I am.
Yeah.
Hey, he breathes very loud.
Yeah. Just be a little conscious of
How
that.
are you doing though, man? It's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while.
Doing really well. I just did the old Declan. Gotta knock that off.
No, it's all right. We're getting better.
Yeah. This is the back end show. It's a free-for-all.
Do whatever we want here.
We can do whatever we want. I had a lot of fun this last 6 weeks. It was a breath of fresh air to the point of when I got done with work, I had free time.
For once.
For once. But like not necessarily free time, but it was just kind of fill your time up with other things.
The freedom to be productive elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was being productive on a lot of the back end of the podcast, and just hanging out with a lot of people that you don't get to hang out with on the weekday.
Yeah.
Because we had more time. It was really cool.
Yeah, I think
But
oh yeah, sorry.
not to say that sitting here in the podcast is taking away from that. It was it allowed for more of it. But I don't necessarily say you need to have that time.
Yeah, I think the off season is what we were calling it between season 2 and 3. I think the off season was very similar to like the off season of football, like in between like a junior and senior year or something where, the start of the football season is inevitable. We'll get there, but you got 2.5 months to be productive. You can kill yourself for those 2.5 months and maybe you'll be better or whatever, but it's your time to spend.
Kill yourself, dude?
Not kill yourself.
Take it back.
Yeah, I take it back, dude. Just work a little harder.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it is. But should we explain kind of our mindset for why we did the back end show? I mean, it really doesn't need to be explained. We just wanted our own show and didn't want to take away from the interviewee like we used to, so we created our own show.
There you
Doesn't
go.
really
You
change
explained
much. There we go. So continuing on like we normally do here
Trapping
at
the puck.
Trapping the puck.
And moving right along, the average quality.
Absolutely.
So for the very first back end show of the Backpocket podcast, Declan, what is our average quality?
Okay, so my average quality I was going to do mine.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Sure.
Do you have yours? Yeah. All right, so my average quality right now is looking and going into a situation, literally just saying, not a big deal. Just overlooking if it is a big deal or not. I'm the first guy to tell you it's not a big deal for anything. And so that gets me into trouble a lot. I feel like it does, really does. For one example is in skiing, when you send it and just jumping off stuff. That's when I look at a jump, I'm like, not that bad. And sometimes I just go, and I don't know what the hell's behind that jump. And so I crash. I've broken my thumb before, and I land a lot, but at the same time, not good.
You got a little. I can't tell if the peeling on your nose is from the crash or if it's from your goggle tan.
Sun.
It's
definitely from the sun, but yeah, my nose is peeling like crazy right now. Not good for YouTube podcasting. So, if you're on YouTube, hopefully you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
What's your average
it's
quality?
It's phenomenal though, dude. You got this.
Yeah.
You can tell from the tip of your nose that you were skiing because it is bright red.
Thanks.
Yeah, in the best of ways.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only thing I wanted to go for when I was skiing on Beaver Creek was, like, I just need to get my goggle tan, dude. Like, there's nothing better than a good goggle tan. 1,000,000%. You can attest to that.
I can attest to that.
How was, we literally just got back from our trip. How was skiing with me and all of us?
I've been bragging that I did the back bowls of Vail for, like,
Hell yeah.
48 hours.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just bragging to everyone, hey, guess what I did? I went to the back bowls of Vail and just jumped off a corner. What is it called? Cornice.
A snow cliff.
A snow cliff, and sent it into Lover's Leap like a little baby because I was so scared. But I did it.
Honestly, dude, good work. Like, you and Josiah, our other buddy that was with us, and pretty much anyone on that trip. And Greg.
Oh, yeah, Steve and Maddie C and Mark and
everyone.
Yeah.
It was a massive Beef Week trip. Shout out to Beef Week. But, dude, I mean, that is impressive that you loosely ski as a hobby, you know, and you go down like one of the hardest runs, the first run
Of the day.
of the day
Of the back bowls of Vale.
on the back pulls of Vale. Like, I don't think you understand how cool that is. And like, that's a story that you should tell for the rest of time. And the people that know what Lover's Leap is and know the terrain and know that we were also skiing in 12 inches of powder, you know, like
Yeah.
they're going to be like, dude,
Gnarly.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Were you like nervous at all at any point?
I didn't look over to the edge until I went down.
Hell yeah.
Like, I saw Greg. It was Greg, Josiah, and I in our section, and you and Kurt were in the section just kind of like right above us.
Okay.
And Greg goes right down, and I go, Josiah, how are you doing? How's he doing? He goes, he's crushing it. Oh, sweet. And then I go, Josiah, how are we gonna do? He goes, I don't know, but we got to do it now. So
no
I was
big
like,
deal.
all right, you go first. And then I just see Josiah just fall off the snow cliff, and I was like, all right, now it's my turn. So I just weasel my way over to the cliff, like peek over. I'm like, oh shit. And then I just hop right in and just got my turns in and arrived at the bottom to you guys. I was like, holy smokes, I'm in over my head.
But you did it.
But we did
And
it.
you got your turns in.
That's my average quality was going to be my skiing. My quads were absolutely gassed at the end of it. I'm a heavy, built like a pyramid skier, and that's just the reality. And I'm not a great skier, but I get my ass to the bottom of that run every single time. I need a couple quad breaks in between.
You
But,
body the runs, dude.
yeah.
Like moguls, people turn around them. Some go over top them. You just tackle them.
Yeah.
You take them on.
Take every single one of them. I
It's
want to touch
incredible.
every mogul.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, and I just don't know how you do it with just squatting and just accepting all the snow and all the turns.
Yeah.
I mean, you get your turns in. Like that is the requirement of skiing is get your turns in.
Yeah,
and
I got my turns in.
You're getting better, dude.
Thank you. Sam, do you have an average quality?
Yeah, what's your average quality today?
Yeah, I do. So had a nice little break the last couple months, and then now I'm back to school. So I got to start. Yeah, back to
Couple
school.
months,
Yeah. Well,
I guess. Yeah,
December.
sure.
well, like a month and a half.
Sure,
Yeah.
6 weeks.
So I'm back at school, and I have work. I have this. I have classes, and then I have like working out and kind of just other stuff I do. So time management. Really need to start focusing on time management. Started meal prepping, which saves me a ton of time. But then, like right after I meal prep last night.
What do you meal prep?
Well, you guys saw what I had today. I had
You got a sweet potato.
Yeah, I meal prep for lunch and dinner, and then I'll usually just make breakfast. Or like if I have early class, I'll just have like a protein shake and like some other little snack. But usually do like I pretty much do a salad and like chicken for like every dinner, and then for lunch I'll do like rice and like venison, rice and turkey, sweet potatoes and like venison, sweet potatoes and chicken. It just kind of depends on whatever my mom gives me like for the week for food, and then I can make it all up. But so I spent like an hour and a half doing meal prepping last night. I did like 10 different Tupperwares full of stuff, and I'm like, hell yeah, that was like really efficient of me. Like I won't have to make meals this week. And then I sat on the couch for another hour and looked up every roster for every AAF team this year.
Oh, nice.
The new
Who
football
stood
team.
out to you?
Yeah, can you? Yeah, this is good.
Oh, okay, Trent Richardson,
Yep, I saw that he's on
Christian
there.
Hackenberg. It was pretty sick.
Mhm.
I have a favorite team.
Is it the Mettenberg and
No.
Zach Mettenberger? They're on the same team.
Menberger's on a team.
And Zach
Hackenberg.
they're both on the same
Man,
team.
that's
Yeah.
a big.
That's a lot of Bergs.
Jeez.
They my favorite team is the Arizona Hotshots.
Okay, who's
Ooh.
on the lineup? Is Michael Vick the coach
I don't
of
think
that
I knew
one?
a single player on that one actually.
Why are they your favorite?
Yeah,
Because their logos are sick, and because they're like a firefighter team. Like the Hot Shots are because like the Phoenix Fire Department or something. Like they're not a sponsor or something, but they just
It's a bunch of firefighters on a football team.
no. It's just like they have like they named the team after firefighters in
Oh,
Phoenix because I guess
okay.
there's so many
Oh.
forest fires and stuff because it's so hot down there and stuff.
Gotcha.
Hot Shot sounds like
I'm a fan.
yeah.
Yeah, the
I
Hot
like
Shots.
that.
That's
I think
pretty,
more hockey, but
I was gonna say golf. It sounds like Hot Shot is if you get a hole in one at hole 16 at the Waste Management Tour.
sure.
Waste Management, yeah.
That's then maybe one hole you can be a hot shot in golf. And
Yeah.
that's the one hole. But every other hole you're
There's
just,
also probably a spin-off video game called Hot Shot.
yeah.
I'll look that up for sure. But wow, I mean that's sweet. How many teams are there?
6 or 8.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
When's the XFL start? Is that next
No.
year?
I don't know when that is. The AAF is supposed to be like the best like alternative league they've ever made for the
Oh, okay.
NFL. There's a lot of big names that are like investing and stuff, and I don't know. I mean, the games are on like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I mean,
Okay.
I'll probably just
Might as well tune in.
yeah. What else am I gonna do? Watch like I mean, I guess I have hockey, but like not basketball. Gross. I'm gonna watch
Some basketball is fun to watch, but not a lot of it.
So
Not to watch.
time management. I think we can help you out. We have a podcast that was titled Time Management with John Abraham, season 1, episode like 27.
Yeah, tune into that one.
Should probably watch that one.
No, you should. That's like one of my favorite podcasts. We debated grizzly bear versus silverback gorilla on the front end, and then on the back end we had John Abraham, which is like easily one of my favorite guests of all time.
Climate change expert.
Yeah.
And he just ridiculed me to start the podcast. Like I'd never been like interviewed in such a way on my own podcast by John Abraham. It was incredible. So I walk into the room. I think he was already in there.
He was already in there.
Yeah, and I walked into the room and I had a Pop-Tart. It's 11:30. I just wanted to eat a Pop-Tart. Lo and behold, that was my breakfast. He didn't know that, but he made the assumption. He goes, "Is that your breakfast?" And I just had to be blunt with him. Yeah, that's my breakfast. And he goes, "What were you doing last night?" And this is like, as we're recording the podcast, like I had already introduced him. We were full blown into the podcast, and he's like, "What'd you do last night?" And the Declan and I are like, "We went to see Grizz dressed like Jimmy Buffett at the Myth." And he goes, "What, the Myth, the one that looks like a Best Buy over in Roseville or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the one."
Sounds like he kind of turned you into a beta.
He
sounds
interviewed
like
Andrew right away.
Sounds like you quite the beta.
Yeah,
Andrew.
but later in the season, actually, we went and had a check-in with him to roast Lorch, and
The original Let's Talk Business.
Let's Talk
segment.
Business, and he thinks that I would be a great person that you can hire to bring to your party. So you know that movie with Kevin Hart, where he has fake best men.
Yeah.
You know that one? I can't remember the name.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, here's the thing. Just get one thing on the way here. I don't watch movies,
Okay.
so don't
Scratch that.
ever try to make a movie reference to me. But
Movie reference isn't even needed. John Abraham thought that I could enhance a party, so that should be my job after college. Would
The
be
Wedding Ringer?
The Wedding Ringer, yes. And I would
yeah, totally.
get hired to attend someone's party to enhance the party. That would be my role. And because I was wearing like a
tight 3/4 shirt.
3/4 sleeve shirt with like the Henley, like the 2-button, like anything
Yeah.
fancy or anything.
Oh, you're just looking beefed, dude. You were like
back in the day. I was
yeah,
beefed.
you're like 180.
Yeah,
Easy.
just stud.
Just a stud.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a brick. Thick 2 C's.
2 C's.
Two C's
Now I'm
sure.
just a scrawny man. But I'm attending Alter Fitness, which is just crushing.
Yeah.
my-
Dude, you look
my-
like a different person.
I'm evolving.
Yeah,
I went from Blastoids all the way back down to Squirtle. I'm on my evolution to Wartortle, dude.
Yeah, you are. No, you're getting back there. There are times when you walk in the door,
And I don't even fit in the door.
Times definitely, and that's like a time where I like physically have to help you in, which is like, oh, Andrew's here. But there's also times when like you come in and your footsteps are just different, and like I turn around, I'm like, who the hell is that?
Is that Maddie C?
Yeah, I'm like, is that the biggest man in the world? And I realize it's just Andrew, dude. But it's not just Andrew, because again, it's Wartortle Andrew.
Wartortle, dude.
It's incredible. It's
I'm
incredible.
evolving.
Yeah, you are.
If I were to give Sam a Pokemon, if like say like you were something right now, like I attribute you,
Yeah.
what would he be?
He's got to be in the green, the Leafs. I think he's one of the Leaves.
He's a leaf, like
I don't know any.
you don't know any Pokemon?
Who's
I was hoping you were gonna help me out.
Who's like the biggest, best looking Pokemon?
Bro, you just look like a vegan
know.
kind of, and
Are
that's
you
why I
kidding
went
me?
that way.
What?
We'll go with Jigglypuff. dude.
Jigglypuff. Yes,
You're
dude.
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
That's the only one I can think of at the moment.
Yeah, dude, I think
Nice.
so.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
take
Well,
back the vegan.
well,
comment.
We might even cut this whole part. I don't even know
Yeah.
why I went down that train.
When I was younger, I played outside and picked on kids, and I didn't watch Pokemon like some nerds. So I know what you guys are referencing. Right
Yeah.
now, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
That's what I'm
dude.
talking about.
Whatever.
Played sports.
Go play out.
Played sports.
Go play
so.
outside.
Go play Pokemon
Get
Go.
some
I didn't-
vitamin.
I didn't sit inside and watch.
Get your vitamin D.
Pokemon,
Maybe
guys.
get some skin cancer because you got too much sun.
Whoa.
Hide inside, dude.
All right, man.
All right.
Record a
All
podcast.
right, man. Yeah.
You two got it piped down.
Yeah.
What did I learn today? Let's get there. My God. Okay, dude. So the podcast industry took a big step last week where Spotify acquired Gimlet Media and Anchor, two of the biggest startups in the podcast industry. Spotify bought them both. I think Gimlet was like 230 million, and then Anchor was undisclosed price.
Lo and behold, we model some of our own business model off of Gimlet,
Off of Gimlet.
and we host our podcast on Anchor.
So how close
Therefore,
are we? Yeah.
we are Spotify.
Yeah. Well, by association, but
No, by definition.
good point. Yeah. My question was how soon until we get acquired by Spotify?
That I was on the same trail as you, and I'm thinking 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Once this TJ Lavin podcast drops, or I guess it already dropped at this point, but
No, once this back end show drops, they're gonna say, ditch what you guys have been doing. We want more of this, because you guys really have great structure. Like when you guys speak on the back end show, you guys are
flawless.
Like there's a lot that I can learn when you guys talk about the back end show.
Yeah.
Talk on the back end.
Not to mention how like organized your studio is. There's like no cords around. There's a perfect balance of space in the back. This great painting. You guys have floral chairs.
Sam, if you're let's actually, you are Spotify right now.
Yeah.
Can you challenge be Spotify, like you're gonna acquire us?
Ask us a few questions.
Ask us like why we deserve to be on Spotify.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually a totally different question. I was gonna ask like besides like your microphones and like your little audio area, like how much do you like for undisclosed amount? How much do you think Spotify would pay for you guys, or how much do you think
to
they
buy
should?
us out?
Yeah, how much?
And would we be like acquired to run a podcast on their platform, or are we just
You know what,
done?
here-
Like they just buy us
here.
out so we never get to play again?
Here, you know what? Here, hold on. I got an idea. I'll pretend to be Spotify for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll buy you guys for $20 and a lifetime supply of LaCroix.
Ooh, $20.
$20 and a lifetime supply of LaCroix.
So we have to split the 20, or do I get 15?
You have to split the 20.
Lifetime
Lifetime supply of LaCroix.
dude. All right, Andrew.
Every flavor of LaCroix?
You know what? Here, I'll do this. You get $100 in the lifetime supply of LaCroix.
Okay.
And
So is it only-
once a month you get a BOGO from Chipotle.
Okay. And then do we get to keep running the podcast, or what's our
Yeah,
role?
you guys will still have the podcast. But
Okay.
Spotify's gonna tell you exactly what you have to say every week and who you have to interview.
But we get a
And-
lifetime of Pamplemousse LaCroix.
And we have to go back to
Yeah.
the old. Actually, another thing, we have to go back to the old studio setup. They want your chairs.
You're
They're gonna take the chairs. Yeah.
Ooh, the floral chairs. I'm out.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I fight for these
Yeah.
chairs. I would maybe if you gave me like LaCroix, like one box a week, and no money,
Yeah.
and we get to keep the chairs.
Yeah, see, Andrew's right. I'm on a non-negotiable standpoint right now
No,
where
I'm negotiating.
there will be nowhere in our contract with Spotify that says that these floral chairs will be abandoned. And I think I would even fight to the point where we would be able to be the feng shui designers. I would actually want that in our title.
What if Spotify acquired us to run their podcast department, but we can't record a podcast ever again?
Oh, okay, but
How about that one?
I like that more for the opportunity of the fact that like if you and I were to run our own podcast app and like know exactly how to distribute
Yeah, but we
everyone's
can't record any content on there.
God damn it. Then I don't know, dude. I don't want to spill the beans now, because it's like shit. I would totally do that, but at the
Ooh,
same,
you would.
I want the opportunity to do that, but I also like want to speak in the mic a little bit more than that. So
You could release your podcast, but it has to be on Castbox.
sure,
That's the only one you get.
I'll buy out Castbox. Buy them out. Buy them out. They're mine.
All right, let's trap the book.
So what do you? I mean, that was what I learned. So what did you guys think about that? Like, that's honestly, realistically, that's huge for podcasting, because
That's
90% of our downloads come from Apple Podcasts, and Apple Podcast app. I mean, I know all of you guys are listening on it right now. It's thanks.
It's atrocious.
Thanks.
I wish we could have a drop-down menu for each one of our shows. Like how easy would that be to create on the platform, so they don't have to scroll mindlessly to find one of our podcasts?
Hey, Netflix has
Exactly.
28,000 seasons of The Office, and everyone watches every single episode, and they organize it in the right way, and they suggest shows to you. If you like The Office, you'll like Bob's Burgers, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's annoying. Anyways, moving on. What'd you guys learn? Who wants to start?
Let's go with Sam.
Sam,
first.
what'd you learn, man?
Yeah. Keeping the trend of having these pretty uneducated. What did I learn? Learned that Mother Nature is pretty pissed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
This is why you're angry.
Yeah. So I think Mother Nature follows me on Twitter because I had a couple tweets. I was kind of pissed off. That's why I was mad when I talked about this earlier. About how the shitty weather. It's a green Christmas. There's not. Every time the ice freezes over to play hockey, the next day it's like 40 degrees. So this was all in like December.
You've been keeping track.
Yeah, and I was pissed. I was really mad. And then I and then I kind of forget about this whole state and this whole winter thing when I go to South America because it was like mid 90s, mid 80s every day. And then I come in and my dad dropped his truck off at the airport because he had to fly out. So he's like, oh yeah, you just like my truck's at like this ramp. You can just drive yourself home after you get back. So get out there, freaking, oh my God, I get in that car, dude. I put my hands in the steering wheel and it was like one of those days it was negative, whatever out. And I literally got like frostbite on my hands from just touching like the steering wheel. Like my body was like, yo, like you're back in Minnesota. And like Mother Nature was just kind of like, yo, like welcome home. Like I didn't forget about your tweets. So
welcome home, Samuel.
And then since I got back, it's been like polar vortex, snow, constant snow. Thank God I have a truck right now so I can make it through.
Dang.
It's been freezing out. It's been windy. It's been
So what'd
icy,
you learn, dude?
slippery.
What did you learn?
Yeah, she's pissed. Mother Nature's just pissed off, and
That's Sam.
yeah. And
I want to know really why she's angry, because you don't appreciate winter
I don't.
enough.
No, I don't.
You don't at all. I remember back in season 2, we had this same conversation, and we tried to let you know that if you walk into the winter with your shoulders back and your chest high, you win. You win.
You win.
No.
No, you don't get it.
I put a big jacket on, my big mittens, and a big
You
hat. Put my hood up. Put my headphones in. I just keep my head down, and I don't look at the.
And Mother Nature's just taking a nice dump on you. So you know what
Sure.
you should do?
Sure.
You
Yeah.
become beta to
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
Yeah.
But like I grew up in this. Like it's not you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just got thrown in. I'm like, oh, I hate this. It's like, you know what? I'm just sick of it. Just getting really
All right.
tired of this whole.
This is such a Minnesota podcast where we talk about the weather, and it's just two non-Minnesotans trying to convince you that it's not that bad, because it really isn't.
No,
Like,
it's
dude,
bad.
okay,
come on.
first off, climate change, dude, is the best thing to happen in Minnesota. The best thing.
Why wasn't the polar vortex because of climate change?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's warmer. It was warm as hell for the first part of January, which is unheard of. No one was sitting around complaining about climate change then.
Okay, let me give you my theory though about winter. Okay, this will be like I feel like I've talked too much.
There is
You
no
get 20
theory.
sec-
Yeah,
20
yeah,
seconds on
20
the clock.
seconds, dude.
20 seconds on the clock. Okay, so if it's gonna be winter for me, I want it to be a ton of snow, and I want it to be like mid 20s every day, or like mid 10s, teens every day, because then you have enough snow, and you can do like snowmobiling, and like everything's pretty and whatever. But it's not like slushy, and it's not like too cold where it's like like you're freezing your face off, and then also you can go outside and play pond hockey because like the ice is always perfect. And I want it to be a 3-month period: December, January, February. And the last like 5 winters have been like garbage. It's been way too cold or way too warm, way too slushy, or way too much snow.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
gone way
onto
too long,
something.
way too short. There.
Good.
That's my
That's your
Minnesota
20
rant.
seconds.
Cool.
Awesome. What did I learn? I'm going to transition what I learned straight into the feel-good story.
Cool.
Beef Week 2019,
Oh, yeah.
out in Beaver Creek, Colorado, Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek.
So much beef, 120 eggs, finished in 3 days of breakfast. So much meat, so much mountain exploring, was phenomenal. What did I learn? I love the friend group that we've been able to create or be a part of and extend that to post-collegiate years already.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. That was amazing. So feel good story, right into it. Maddie, the Bear Christensen, enjoying his time in Beef Week was phenomenal. Mark the Shark Amick, just figuring out a way to find his adventure in Beaver Creek without skiing a lick or snowboarding a lick was awesome. Steve, thick-ass traps, Harrell, just taking on the mountain.
That's totally his name.
like
Thick
a
ass
monster.
traps. We
Like-
be calling him that every day.
Every day. Josiah, All-American Bardwell, just providing the group with endless positivity and endless thoughtfulness. The grocery run that we made was completely established by him and just dominated because of him. So thank you, Josiah.
Should I pick up?
Greg, the wild child, E-Bosher.
Bro, that guy was amazing. Can I do a little bit on Bosch here?
Sure.
Okay, so Greg E. Boscher was the most excited person to go skiing. Like, the most excited, more than me. And, dude, the man sent it. Budweiser sponsored, Red Bull sponsored. The man sent it.
He was phenomenal.
Good for him.
Totally appreciated him and his just energy, nonstop energy.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Kurt, the extreme chiller road was just Kurt. And I just love Kurt for never changing.
Yeah. He's just for people who don't know him,
Very lax.
very
Goes with the
just
flow.
relaxed dude and just provides the coolest opportunities in the world. Like, he has a place in Beaver Creek and is like, hey, can 9 guys come to and stay in your condo at Beaver Creek? And he didn't think twice about it. And it was the best time ever.
Best time ever. Peter, I'm a loud person, Olsen, the Norwegian man.
Yeah.
Just
He's
providing the group with just loud everything. The way he
voluminous.
walks, the way he walks, the way he communicates, the way he breathes. He's loud, and you just got to love him for it because he doesn't know anything other than just being a Norwegian loud man.
Yeah.
So thank you, Peter, just gunning it down the mountain like a loud skier, making his presence known. I loved every second of it. And then Decky the goofball Brown, just bringing the group together on the mountains, guiding us to the back bowls of Vale, sending it down the mountain, just follow you, just bouncing in your orange snow pants and bright blue snow jacket. Just follow you, dude.
Thanks.
Phenomenal. That's my feel-good story.
Hell yeah. Great. One hell of a feel-good story because it was great. It was good. And I have to give some credit to you, like I had said earlier, just wearing the smaller skis and bodying every turn that you got. But it was so awesome going up the lift ride with you after, and you were just like so intense. Be like, I just got so much better at skiing. Yeah, I just got my turns in. Everything you said had to do with turns.
That's all I needed to do to get down that mountain. Just get my turns.
Don't worry about me, Deck. Just get my turns in.
Don't worry about me. But that's a wrap of the Back End Show. It was an incredible time. I truly appreciate the opportunity to have our own show.
Yeah.
This is a trial and error, so we could call it the pilot episode.
Yeah.
Just to see how it goes. So don't trap the puck on us in the Back End Show if we didn't live up to your expectations.
Yeah, if you're like, oh, this podcast sucks, I'm going to go to some other podcast. Don't do that, dude. Just hang out around with us in our back pocket in this podcast, dude, because this podcast is so good. This podcast is amazing.
I think we need to trap the puck.
Yeah, I just got into a different dialect there. I'm working on my dialects, dude, but I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys. There's a lot of cool stuff coming with the Backpocket Season 3, baby.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, see you, boys. See you next week.
Love you. Take care.
Take care.
But I've been thinking